morning, Professor Kalamanis here. So, what this is our calendar of assignments, right? If you go down to this week, we are here, and you are preparing to synthesize articles in class, and you have to finalize your research question. And there's a few things for you to read and talk about, but I'm asking you to look for research and bring it to class, right? So we're thinking about how to go about finding things. So let's go to the library. And there's a couple of things that you can look at the library. On the right side over here, it has tutorials and research guides. Click on the research guide, and then here are your possible topics, and here are the subjects. So if you look through this, there might be something here that you're interested in. If you're writing about trigger warnings, you might click on sexual violence. If you're interested in talking about relationships and research as a health issue, that's all there. On this side, you can click on health or education, or we can also click on women and gender studies if you want to write about issues with women, if you want to write about something in nursing, if you're thinking about writing about a more localized problem, you can click on Long Island. There's a whole database here that has information for you, newspapers, the historical guide, and some books. Let's go back to the research guides. Let's say we want to go in and we want to just kind of do education. And here we have these databases. So here's one on education. Here's a couple of websites for you if you want to look at the websites. And here's some books. So if anything that makes sense to you, kind of about your topic, right? So if you're thinking about the history of education or the theory and practice of education, you can actually go to the library and walk through this area and pull a book off the shelf that way. But if you want to be a little more focused and you just want to kind of search from home, Articles and Reports in the Field of Education is this website called ERIC. Now, this is a little different than using Google, but let's say we just put in trigger warnings, and we put in community college, and we put in benefits, let's say. Then, like I said, we want to use an academic journal. We want it to be in English. The intended audience is students. And we're going to go to, let's see. I mean, if you want to write about high school, you can write about high school. But let's just click on two-year colleges and see what happens. So we go back up and we hit search. Okay, so no results were found. Let's maybe just take this one off the two-year colleges thing and just see if that's better. Okay, so let's take this off and search now. Okay, now we have 5 hits. So we can look at these. Internet use, nice. Hispanic Outlook, okay. Let's just click on this one and just see what we see here. Biweekly Journal, 40 years after Brown, we have to kind of look at it. Here are the descriptors. Here's publication. And we can click and see the article itself. So we might click on download the full text. So now we have the resume of the document. We have the abstract. And we have, this is from 1995 to 1996. So this would be possibly good for like the history, right? Taking to the streets. So maybe this would work, but it seems like it's not the best. So we can kind of go back again and maybe limit like the last 9 years or so. And here we go, right? College, small town counselors, and students. So rural friendly. Now the issue often with these trigger warnings is about rural issues. So that might work. So you can kind of just sort of click on it, look at the contents, and it's from a year ago. So this could work. Then after you find something that you want to use, you're going to go in and look and see where this is using information from somewhere else, right? So here we have Adams Sapp, Pomona College. All right, so we know that this is a source from outside. Now this is very short. It might not work, but it could work for this assignment just to have the citation. And if we look at over here, it's a site, right? And then if we scroll down, here it is, MLA. So here's your citation. So you just need to post that for your homework tonight. So that could work, right? Let's see if we look at like another way to go about this. If we go back to our results, and maybe we go into another database. Let's say we want to go into a new search. You can also ask a librarian. Oops. There it is. Okay. Oh, yeah. So here's the LibAnswers. This is another thing that's available to you. Check it out. How do I reference? Is there a database where I can look up Newsday articles? What are the library's hours? So all of these things. And over here, you can ask a question. So if you want to submit your question on email, you can do that. We go to the actual website of the library. There's more information as well, right? So I'm going to go to here, research guides. Let's say we want to do a health issue now. Here's some books. Here's some encyclopedias. You can find a book. If you want to find an article, it's going to give you a database. Again, you can sort of look at some of these databases. If you want to see all of the databases, this one is very good. The Academic One file, which is the Gale. So let's say we go into Academic One file. And we do a different topic, right? We do drug use and two-year colleges. And then we want to remember to peer review journal. And we'll hit search. So no results. Let's go back. Let's do drug use and college students and search. Okay, so we have 128 academic journals. And here we have, well, that's Ethiopia, so that's not good. Oh, here we go. Italian students, not good. Here we go. U.S. students. Eating disorders and drug use. Egypt. So we might have to go back, filter, subjects. Let's say there's specific drugs that you want to look at, but we also are going to need to add a term, right? So let's go back. Let's say American college students. Let's see if that helps. We can search that way. We can click on full text. We can go to advanced search here. So let's try drug use, college students, and United States. Full text, search. Okay, so now we have 63. Okay, and this one's actually about COVID. All right, so, we can see this. Race, drug use, and sexual behavior. That sounds interesting, doesn't it? All right, so, so again, you're going to kind of use of marijuana, right? 3 years ago. We can actually look at the article. This is in Diverse Issues in Education. Here's your MLA citation. And if you want to get the document, it's on UWire. If we click on this, we should have access through the school. And there it is, right? So you would print this and bring it to class. And what you need for homework is the citation. So if we go cite MLA, that's your homework right there. You just copy this and you post it into the homework assignment. Okay, so that's good. I show you how to do 2 of those, right? So just to kind of remind you, right? The library is the first place to start. The research guides are very good. The databases are great. And if you want to get in touch with a librarian, you just kind of contact us, right? So here's all the ways to get in touch with them. And when you actually first log in, you'll have that, do you want to talk to a librarian right now thing. So again, right? Here's the college, right? You log in, you go to library, you can you totally do it in the one search if you want, or you can kind of go over here, ebooks, or the guides, right? So research guides. Here it is. By topic, by database, ask a librarian, right? You could call them, you could make an appointment to meet with them today. All you need is a peer-reviewed journal article and the citation for today, and then print it and bring it to class next time. If you're using a book, bring the book. And you just have to do a couple of pages in the book if you have got a couple of references. All right, so we'll see you next time.